How many times have you given up on something? Or have you built something that you thought it was amazing but people didn't want to buy it? Yeah, I think this happened too often. Am I right? Hello, I'm Andreea Giurgiu. I'm from Cluj, Romania, and I'm the winner of the global hackathon Youth vs. COVID. Now I'm here to tell you my story. Like any story, everything starts with a simple dream. I daydream an idea of studying artificial intelligence and working this field. But to be honest, when I first started in this area, the only thing that came up to my mind when I was thinking about AI was a robot that thinks like humans. My first thought was a robot that could make me fool. My entire perspective changed the very moment I received a message from Microsoft Teams, which informed me that the hackathon about AI alongside TeensInAI was to be held in Bucharest. I was very excited about the prospect of attending, but my excitement evaporated all of a sudden when I found out that it was necessary to film a video in which to present an idea about an app using AI. Indeed, at first I didn't think it was a big deal, but once I started to think about possible solutions, I realized I didn't know anything about what AI really means. Eventually, after a whole month, I managed to come up with a suitable idea. I quickly filmed a clip and I sent it. I entered in the hackathon, and my only purpose was to answer the question, do I like working in AI? But I didn't just obtain the answer yes. I came out of it with the experience of a lifetime. It was a stage in which I started to have more confidence in myself, in which I discovered so many things about tech development as a whole. I was in awe about what had happened. My reaction was, wow, if I stay at home to watch TV series, it is clear I will not have understood my true purpose in the world. At the hackathon, my team started to work on the app which I came up with the idea for, and even afterward I continued to think about that. I was thinking about what a cool idea it was. Well, I was here on the confidence graph. But as fast you get there, you also decide. Because when you are in that point of the graph, you think that you know so many things. But after, if you start to learn more and more, you realize that in the past probably you didn't know so many. So your confidence just dropped down and you start wondering why this happened. But I am sure you that if you continue to learn, your confidence will start to grow again, but will grow slowly. That is the best thing that can happen, because if it grows slowly, that means that it will be permanent. So I enrolled for a second hackathon called TeensInAI Youth vs. COVID. I was extremely enthusiastic to commence a new challenge. My team chose to pick up the challenge of solving the issues of online education. After 2 days of design thinking, we reached a similar idea to the one I had come up in Bucharest. However, this time, instead of using facial expression, we focused on monitoring the movement of the human eyes in order to determine how attentive the students are in class. We quickly jumped to the development phase, excited to learn how to write a piece of code. But we get stuck a little when it comes to stock data. So I chose to post about this on Twitter to see if there was anyone who could help. At first, we received 2 helpful comments, but here I draw from the highest of confidence. Why might that have been? Well, the next morning I woke up to hundreds of negative comments, which suggest that people hated our application. My next step was to stop from everything that I was working on. I lost my entire motivation, and that was the moment I felt like quitting. That was the moment I felt at my lowest. I was overwhelmed, but I thought to myself, now or never. We talked to a lot of experts and mentors, and only then did we understand why the world was so outraged by our idea. That was the moment when we understood why it is always so important to work side by side with your clients, and why it matters so much to obey by the legislation. Just think about it. You create an app for education, and you really struggle to finalize it, but when it comes time to sell it, no one wants it. Why on earth might that be? Well, if you're not working alongside potential clients, it is possible that you have not truly solved the real problem. What's more, when you might endanger people's personal data, everyone will suddenly start questioning you and hovering over you. We made a mistake. We thought that because we are in the field of education, we could find a solution for ourselves. The truth is that when you start creating something yourself, you stop thinking about what truly helps you. You just think about how far you can go. It is exactly the same as having a child. Would you ever admit they have a problem? No, you would deny, and you see how far it can go. It is the same when it comes to our apps. They are our babies. You have to ask people for their feedback. You have to take into consideration everyone's comments because each can help you in their own way. At first, it seemed to us that the comments were the worst thing that could happen. But afterward, we found out that it's actually the best thing. At that moment, we pivoted. We started working with the client's opinions, to talk with all the experts we know about ethics and laws, to ensure that the app will be also a safe environment. We thus managed to win the first prize in the competition. This project was a big challenge for me, but it was rewarding. I think it was one of the best events I have ever participated in, and the one in which I managed to grow the most. I recommend hackathon to anyone who is passionate about technology, because we will really learn more than you can ever imagine. It is not just about building, but it's about building responsibly and purposefully. It finally helped me to start believing in myself and open my eyes to all the opportunities around me. My biggest advice to everyone is never give up and try new things and experience. This type of event can help you to find an answer to what is probably the most important question in a teenager's life. What would I love to do in my future? Each experience will help you to grow and understand what this world really means. Thank you. If you want to know more information, please contact me.